Hey ladies, welcome back to another video with me, Cleopatra. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a way that you can reactivate the confidence that you need to get back started to pursuing your dreams, your dream goals, your desires, your vision that you have for yourself. So, if you have already been in pursuit, you've tried it and you failed, this is the video for you, especially if you know that you are made for more. So this video is part of the Made for More series because I know as a woman who is made for more, when we have a desire on our heart, whether that's a dream, a big dream, a vision, whatever it is, we are so drawn to it. And when we fail at it, when we make mistakes, when we get setbacks, it can feel like one of the most devastating things in the world because our heart is so in it. We love it so much. It feels like heartbreak when we fail at achieving a dream goal, achieving a desire of our heart. So, I'm going to share with you one of the ways that I bounce back time and time and time again after a failure towards a big desire, towards a big dream goal that helps me reactivate the confidence within me to get restarted. And I'm going to share that with you today. Alrighty. So, if you are a woman who know you are made for more, let's just say this, ladies. Come back to your desire. Come back to your desire. Here's the thing. When we fail, when we make mistakes, we can get disconnected from the true desire, the desire of what we want, right? So if you failed, let's say, at pursuing a business, if you failed at achieving a dream business that you've been having on your mind, you tried it, you went after it, you lost money, you failed, you gave up. You decided to say that, you know what, this is not for me. I don't know what I was thinking. And then maybe you just kind of settled back into doing something that you know is not really for you. But if that desire rings strong in your head, if you feel restlessness at night, if you feel like you're constantly thinking about it, then I want you to come back to your desire. Every time I've made a mistake, every time I failed in my business, this very business that I'm building right now, every time I failed and I say, you know, I'm taking a break, I'm not doing this anymore, I feel what you feel. And I do something else and it never feels right. I can't get my dream business out of my head, right? And so I go back to asking myself, what do I want? What do I want? What do I want? What do I desire? And that is the route that you are supposed to take. What do you desire? So desires are things that I truly believe that God placed on your heart, right? That vision you have for yourself, that dream goal you have for yourself, God places on your heart because this is like what you are made to do, what you're made to do, who you're made to become. Because if it wasn't there, if you were not meant to have it, if you were not meant to do it, if you were not meant to become it, you will not have the desire at all. It wouldn't be there for you. It wouldn't ring on your heart, right? That's like with anything in life. If we don't desire something, it's not on our heart. So we don't care to even have it. But He places on your heart because you are meant to receive it. You are meant to do it. You are meant to become it. And so failure is not the end. Failure is not the result if you don't allow that to be the result. Right? Failure is just data. And one thing that I've learned here is how I've always come back to my desire is because I started to believe that the desire that I have on my heart, if God placed it in my heart, then it must come to be. then it must be for me. And if I can't trust myself, if I'm not fully confident in myself, because the failures that you made, it broke down your confidence, it broke your self-image a little bit. You wondered if you can trust your intuition. You wondered if you had it right? But if you can't trust yourself fully yet, that's okay. But can you trust the desire? Can you trust that that desire was given to you for a reason? Can you trust that it was given to you for a reason? And so if it was given to you for a reason, then it must come to be. It must come to be, right? And so one of the practices that I've done is keep the desire high. Keep the failures low. Keep the desire high. Keep the vision of your failures low. I was watching this one video. I think it was a video, or I was reading a book, one of those. And I heard someone say that how they became so successful is because they had a very short-term memory. This doesn't mean that they really had short-term memory. This just means that they chose to not harp on the failures. They chose to not harp on the mistakes, and they kept their vision high. They harped on the vision. They harped on the goal. They kept their mind set back to, what do I desire? What do I want? Right? And so if you find yourself being in a space where you are made for more, but you've taken a step back because you've made the failure, you've had the setback, and maybe you've changed directions or you went down another path, is that filling your cup? Is that giving you the life juices? Is it turning you on like it was made, like you want it to be? If it's not, come back to your desire. What is your desire? Here's another thing that helped me come back to my desire. What I think is, okay, if I don't pursue the desire, I'm going to stay restless. If I don't pursue the desire, there's potential of regret. And if I don't go back to this desire, then I may never see the potential that could have been, right? I never can see the potential that I could have been or what could have came from it because I stopped too soon. A lot of times we stop too soon just because of failures, just because of mistakes. But failures are not the end. Failure is just data. So what I do whenever a failure happens is that I take a look at the data. So every time I failed and I came back to my desire, what I realized is that failure is telling me either this: what do I need to work on within myself? Have I been living in my desire the way that I should have been? Was I following the plan of my plan, or was I following the plan of what I thought I was supposed to do? Do I need to have more consistency, more commitment? Because every time you fail, you can use this as data to go back and say, what was wrong? Why didn't it work out? Why didn't it work out? And a lot of times you will realize that maybe you wasn't consistent enough. Maybe there was a lack of faith and certainty. Maybe you didn't fully trust your ideas and your creativity. Maybe you were trying to do so many things at once. There's always going to be data. There's always going to be data. So use that to help you. Use that to help you, give you feedback, and go back at it. Your desires have to be met. It has to be reached. It has to be felt. It has to become. It has to do. It has to. It is, I believe it is our duty to have our desires. We have to do it. It's like a little bug that you have to take care of. It's like, if I don't do it, like, it's going to bother me for the rest of my life. So how can you come back to your desire? It is simply sit in the vision of what you want. Take a note and ask yourself, what is it that I want? What do I want to become? What do I want to have? Why do I want this dream goal? Why is this vision so on my heart? Like, what is it? And if you can come back to the true root of that desire, then you can use that to activate you to get back started. Get back started. Use your desires to activate you. Keep the desire high. Keep the past mistakes low. We can never move forward if we harp on the past. Keep the desire high, keep the mistakes very low, keep the failures low, and just use that as data. Alrighty. And so this is one of the ways that I've consistently come back to pursuing my dream goals, my vision for myself over and over and over again. Fail 10 times, get back up 11. Because a strong burning desire, if it's there, is meant to be touched, is meant to be received, and you have to do it. Alrighty, use that to activate the self-trust. If you need help getting rebooted, getting your confidence and your self-image rebooted after failure and heartbreak, this is one of the ways that I teach inside of my 14-day self-image and confidence reboot, repair and reboot after heartbreak and failure. I will leave that link in the description box if that's something that you want to grab if you're ready to get started, but you just need to repair your confidence just a little bit. Then I'm going to go ahead and do that. Other than that, that is it for today's video, ladies. I will see you in the next one. Bye.